Archangel Michael, joy is true stability, beloveds. We greet you with love. We love you so very much. So much. We see how unstable life on Earth feels at this moment, and we are here to offer you some encouragement and guidance on how you can best participate, considering everything you are seeing, feeling, sensing, and observing. First, we remind you that you are divine, eternal beings of source energy. You are here for a specific purpose. You came here knowing that this time would be a time of extraordinary change. You knew the changes underway would not be superficial, but would affect very deep levels of humanity and the systems and structures of your world. Because of this, you might experience a sense of instability. You also knew you could remember and reconnect with your true essence, and that true stability in life comes from this alignment, from allowing life force energy to flow into your being. So we remind you of all this and invite you to reconnect with that vital flow of energy and information. This clarity and support are always available to you, and you can access them within yourself. We suggest not only sensing that light within you, but also expanding your openness to it. Take a moment now and turn inward. Let the light at the very foundation of your being become what you focus on. Enter into a conscious connection with it, and in doing so, the light within you ignites, merging with the vast non-physical totality of who you truly are, and you become one. Your oneness is here. It is completely at your disposal, and when you turn it on, welcome it, tune into it, and sustain it, you feel good. You can also use the feeling of well-being to turn it on, welcome it, and sustain it. Both methods work. And sometimes it's even much simpler, instead of using thought or intention, to look inside and feel the positive energy. Feel the love. Feel a sense of inner sweetness. Feel that sense of inner connection. Feel the memory that underlies your human self. Feel the inner awareness that you are eternal, bright, unlimited, and infinite light. This is who you are. And as you immerse yourself in this, you shine. Your energy becomes coherent and radiant. You light up with light and possibility, because in this state of alignment and receptivity, new connections can be born in your experience. You are empowering the higher plan, the higher flow, the higher timeline for yourself. You can also consciously choose them. You can select, from infinite possibilities, a version of yourself and a choice of how life works for you that you prefer, and stabilize your energy and identity in this awareness. There are many ways to access and utilize the infinite power and freedom that are naturally yours. You can create your life experience, consciously and in complete freedom, because you alone are free to feel and focus on your feelings and emotions. No one else can vibrate for you. No one else can create your vibrational state. Of course, they can influence you if you allow it, but only you choose what to give your attention to and how to give it attention. It is crucial that you understand that everything you experience reflects the choices you make at the level of consciousness as vibrational beings. You can tune your energy moment by moment in very different ways depending on how you focus, what you think, what you feel, and who you decide to be. You are the one who gives meaning to everything, and nothing has inherent meaning. It all depends on you. That being said, how might you make sense of these times? What if you chose an interpretation, a story, a set of perspectives and ideas about this time, and everything you are aware of based solely on your personal pleasure? What if you chose based on what makes you feel good? Would you allow yourself to do that? We highly recommend it. We strongly advise you to take care of yourself, to realize what you desire, and to ensure you feel the way you like by prioritizing these things. Prioritize your pleasure. We know some will disapprove of this suggestion. Some will feel guilty embracing these options. But we are showing you how you might live as the multidimensional, powerful, connected beings you truly are. To access your infinite creative power, you must cultivate states of alignment and expansive connection. Feeling good emotionally is an indicator that you are in these states. Everything you can do and will do to make this world more beautiful, more inclusive, more loving, more peaceful. Everything you can and will do to support respect for the earth and create a planet increasingly full of love where all human beings feel safe and supported. All of this depends first on your alignment and connection, on being present in unity of spirit, on being one with who you truly are. Then, beloved, you can truly express yourself and play the role you came here for. And for each of you, what matters, what helps, and what is useful begins with being yourself. Doing what brings you joy is the way. Embracing your importance and daring to believe that your life and well-being matter is the way. Only by believing this about yourself and choosing accordingly will you have something to give. And oh, what extraordinary energy and presence you can offer the world, your friends and family, your community, when you are connected, in harmony, and fulfilled. It is powerful and encouraging, a profound demonstration of possibility, to allow yourself to be fulfilled, to be happy. It is even an act of rebellion. In a world where the messages you repeatedly receive tell you that something is wrong with you and that you should focus on fixing it. There are so many messages in the world rooted in lack, rooted in illusion, rooted in the denial of the divine truth of who you are. You are all beings of divine source energy, and you all have powers. The more of you who learn to access your creative powers, your powers of acceptance, your powers of reception, your powers to change your energy and frequency intentionally, the more people will begin to understand that this vibrational foundation of your being is far more efficient and powerful than the action path you were taught to focus on in the early stages of your life. Creating things through action alone can work, but it is also much less efficient because it relies heavily on you and your energy. When you begin to create vibrationally, you tap into the infinite energy of creation and allow life to do the heavy lifting for you. This is the way it is meant to be. And rediscovering this and becoming good at creating this way is the liberating skill of divine incarnation. Each of you now can access in the most beautiful and simple way the fullness of your being. Tune into it, and let this tuning help you navigate this ever-changing world and the shifting landscape of so many systems and structures that have constituted the world until now. Systems rooted in power over others, in lack, in limitation, in separation, in exclusion, and in favoritism are no longer stable and are readily being replaced by models permeated with love, born from the deep desire of many that all people be treated well, cared for, and considered valuable, and this movement is gaining ground. Trust in this and trust in life. Trust yourself, in your ability to participate now, by sensing inner harmony and letting this coherent state of being be the state from which you navigate, choose, decide, and determine how you want to play and what matters to you now. Understand that your personal fulfillment is important. It is part of how you empower yourself and how you demonstrate what is possible to others who are awakening and rediscovering who they are. As beings of source energy, you are free, eternal, powerfully creative, and connected. Begin to explore more deeply how you might live if you were centered in this awareness and trusted it in your personal experience. There are so many wonderful things available to you, and the more you allow your joy and well-being to matter, prioritizing your alignment and inner connection with life and with all that you are, the more you will thrive. And your prosperity consists of realizing your true essence again and again, and inspiring and supporting others to live their truth in turn, to be who they truly are, to remember and reconnect. Guides, explorers, light workers, and bridge builders between worlds, this is your time to shine. And the way you shine is by being who you truly are here. Beings of divine source energy, conscious creators, consciously embodying the fullness of your being here, and allowing life itself to give to you generously, as you feel what will bring you joy and choose it. We are overjoyed for you. We are complete. I am Archangel Michael, with Ailia, Ashira, the Galactic Dragons, and the Radiant Light Council. We wish you a good day. How breathing affects the well-being of empathic people. If you're someone who feels deeply, who notices the subtle shifts of energy in a room, who absorbs others' emotions as if they were your own, then your breath is more important than you might imagine. As empathic people, we often live in a world that feels loud, hectic, and overwhelming. Our minds can be overactive. Our nervous system can feel constantly on alert. You may already know that I've written before about breathing exercises to calm the overactive mind of an empath. But recently, after reading Breath by James Nestor, I felt the need to delve deeper into the topic. In his book, Nestor explains that many modern humans have forgotten how to breathe properly. He links incorrect breathing to anxiety, sleep problems, dental issues, inflammation, and more. What struck me most is how something so simple, something we do every moment of our lives, can gently support our well-being or, conversely, silently undermine it. Yet it's a topic rarely discussed enough. And this is especially important for empathic people. Most people never stop to think about how they breathe. They take it for granted that because they're alive, they must be breathing correctly. But the way we breathe influences our body, mind, and emotional world. So, are you breathing in a way that truly supports you? Or is your breath shallow and strained? What is shallow breathing? Shallow breathing happens when the air stays in the upper chest instead of reaching the deep areas of the abdomen. Instead of the diaphragm, the large muscle located beneath the lungs, doing the work, the upper chest, shoulders, and neck try to compensate. The breath becomes quick, light, and strained. You might feel like you can't get enough air. You might find yourself sighing often, or you might take sudden, deep breaths, as if you've been holding your breath without realizing it. For many empaths, shallow breathing becomes the norm, especially when you're overthinking, you're absorbing others' stress, you're sitting for long periods, you're constantly attached to your phone or computer. Shallow breathing is subtle, easy not to notice, but its effects are profound. Here are some signs of shallow breathing. Your breath stays high in your chest. You feel tension in your shoulders and neck. You often feel the need to take a deep breath. You notice you're holding your breath. You sigh frequently. Healthy breathing, on the other hand, feels light, quiet, and effortless. It flows gently through the nose. The abdomen and lower ribs expand. The rhythm is steady. When we breathe shallowly, it's not just our lungs that change. Our chemistry, posture, emotions, and energy change too. Let's explore what that means. 1. It disrupts sleep for empathic people who need quality rest to process emotions and energies. This is fundamentally important. If you breathe through your mouth or irregularly at night, your body struggles to reach deep, restorative sleep. Even light snoring or barely noticeable mouth breathing can keep your nervous system slightly on alert. You might sleep 8 hours but wake up feeling tired. Gentle nasal breathing promotes deeper sleep and allows the body to fully relax. 2. It keeps the nervous system in survival mode. Your brain doesn't distinguish between a real threat and an imagined one. When your breath is rapid and shallow, your brain interprets it as a sign of danger. The stress response activates. Cortisol and adrenaline levels rise. The body prepares to fight or flee. As an empath, you might already spend a lot of time in a state of silent stress, observing, sensing, and anticipating. Shallow breathing traps you in this state. Stress causes shallow breathing. Shallow breathing creates more stress. It becomes a cycle. When you slow your breath and bring it into your belly, you send a powerful message to your brain. I am safe. And the nervous system begins to soften. 3. It fuels anxiety and overthinking. Rapid breathing lowers carbon dioxide levels, which can trigger sensations like dizziness, tightness, and unease. These sensations can spark anxious thoughts, which further disturb the breath. For empathic people who already feel emotions intensely and think deeply, this cycle can feel endless. When the breath becomes slow and nasal, thoughts naturally settle. Emotions feel less overwhelming. You become more resilient to the emotional waves around you. The breath becomes an anchor. 4. It can leave you feeling energyless when breathing is rapid and shallow. Carbon dioxide levels in the blood drop too low. This might seem like a good thing, but it's not. Carbon dioxide actually helps oxygen pass from the blood into the cells. Without enough of it, oxygen gets trapped in the bloodstream instead of nourishing the tissues. This means you might feel tired, foggy, or depleted, even if you're technically taking in enough oxygen. For empathic people, this can feel like emotional exhaustion layered on top of physical tiredness. Slow, nasal breathing restores balance. It helps the body use oxygen properly. Over time, energy and mental clarity begin to return. 5. It drains your physical and mental stamina. Shallow breathing relies on the small muscles of the neck and chest. This creates tension, requires more effort, and also reduces blood flow to the brain. The result: brain fog, poor focus, persistent fatigue. When you restore diaphragmatic breathing, the body becomes more efficient. Energy production improves. Concentration sharpens. Physical stamina naturally increases. 6. It affects your body's stability. The diaphragm isn't just a breathing muscle. It also helps stabilize the spine. When it moves correctly, it creates a light internal pressure that supports the back. When breathing is shallow, this support disappears. Over time, this can lead to poor posture, back pain, neck tension, shoulder strain for sensitive people who already carry emotional weight. Physical tension often mirrors inner tension. Deep diaphragmatic breathing restores. Internal support. The rib cage expands. The spine feels more stable. The body relaxes into better alignment. So, the question is, what can you do about it? As mentioned, I've shared breathing exercises in both my books and my articles, mainly yoga breathing techniques. However, here I'd like to share a Buteyko breathing technique I found in James Nestor's book. A simple practice for empaths, a gentle Buteyko breathing exercise. Sit upright, on a chair or cross-legged. Imagine a string gently lifting the crown of your head. Place your hands on your lower ribs. Inhale silently, through your nose. Feel your lower ribs expand, front, sides, and back. Exhale gently, through your nose. Let your ribs move naturally inward. Keep your breath silent and calm. Continue for 4 minutes. No forcing. No effort. No gasping for air. Just a light, steady, nurturing breath. With consistent practice, the diaphragm strengthens. Carbon dioxide balance improves. Oxygen reaches tissues more efficiently. The spine feels supported. The nervous system calms down. Most importantly, your sensitive nervous system feels safer. As empaths, we can't always control the world around us. We can't stop feeling deeply, but we can shape how we breathe. And in doing so, we create a calm, stable foundation within ourselves. Your breath is always with you. Let it become your ally. See you soon, Diane. From Diane Kathrine. Message from the angels. Learn to discern at the buffet of life, dearest friends. We love you so very much. When you came into the world, you did so with enthusiasm, much like the desire to taste a sumptuous buffet. You were excited about the diversity life would offer you, eager to experience experiences, flavors, textures, smells, sights, relationships, and so much more. You couldn't wait to immerse yourself in contrasts, and you knew that by doing so, you would discover your preferences and create from there. You knew you would encounter people and things that resonated deeply with you, and also those that held no resonance for you at all. Your plan was to taste, experience, choose, create, then taste, experience, choose, and create again. You didn't intend to judge. Instead, you were equipped with emotions that would help you discern. As we've said before, judgment says, you have no right to exist. Discernment says, this isn't right for me. Many difficult things are happening on Earth right now. For most humans, it's a challenge to avoid judgment. What is right and for whom? For many souls, war is wrong. For some, it seems like the only option. For others still, love for their country or an ideology sends them into battle with the desire to protect all they love and hold dear. So, what is right for whom? Dearest ones, if you remain true to yourselves, you will dedicate yourselves only to what is right for your soul, for your growth, and for your creations. If, instead, you blindly follow others, without listening to your heart, you will do what they believe is right for them. Only you can discern, through your feelings about life and your choices, what is right for you and your evolution towards deeper love. From a purely vibrational standpoint, what promotes love is in harmony with Source and the soul. What stems from anything less than love distances you from the experience of Source and soul. Your feelings quickly tell you how close you are to your inner spirit's perspective. Feelings of love, joy, gratitude, fulfillment, etc. indicate alignment. Feelings of anger, victimhood, or revenge indicate you've moved away from your center of love. Giving yourself completely to love is heaven. Rejecting love completely is hell. Most of humanity experiences both extremes and everything in between over the course of a single life. Some spend their lives closer to one end of the spectrum than the other. Yet, even the most lost among you will eventually, in this life or lives to come, return to your true nature, for the beacon of the soul is a guiding light constantly whispering to all, remember who you truly are. Those who possess even a small spark of awareness will easily recognize actions, thoughts, words, and deeds aligned with their true self, while those who have clouded their awareness will feel almost nothing. Pray for them, dearest ones. They are numb, and beneath that numbness lies pain. Each of you has the ability to discern what is right for yourselves. Only you can choose your path. Even when you feel you have no external choice, you have the vibrational ability to focus as you wish and thereby engage universal forces for help. You know what is right and wrong for yourselves. That said, do your best to refrain from judging those who miss the mark or waver in their alignment with love. Use your discernment, by all means. Avoid engaging with them in the 3D dimension when possible, and even when you can't, do your best to avoid energetic involvement with those who are out of tune. There's no need to sink into the abyss by hating those who hate, judging those who judge, or wishing ill upon those who harm others. You're not bad if you do. These are very human feelings, but they only fuel the darkness consuming them and pull you away from the love that wants to guide you towards better realities. We know you'd rather avoid such unpleasant feelings, and yet we understand you. How can I appreciate someone who hates? Dear friends, we wouldn't expect you to like hate-filled people or their behaviors, just as we wouldn't expect you to swallow and appreciate bad food. However, you do not have to join them in hatred. You can choose to see them for what they are, lost and lonely souls pushing life and love away. They need your prayers, not your condemnation. There's no need to fuel the darkness further. And how do you avoid judging those who condemn others? You must realize they are condemning a part of themselves. Those who judge others based on nationality, skin color, creed, or gender live in a constant state of insecurity. It's a sad reality where these people constantly feel the need to diminish others to feel superior. They live in an endless struggle against their own feelings of inadequacy. Pray for them. They are lost. Many also wonder how to feel safe when there are people ready to harm the innocent. This is a legitimate concern, typical of the 3D dimension. Yet, we remind you that no soul among you experiences anything without vibrational participation. No soul leaves your planet without an agreement between Source and the soul itself. The innocent ones who endure the unthinkable are often Christ-like beings who came to Earth willing to do anything to raise public awareness. And although it isn't necessary, their sacrifices awaken the masses. Some souls, who seem filled with great passion for life, leave this planet with the desire to live even more fully and freely than is possible on Earth. You truly cannot judge a book by its cover when looking at the lives of others. But you can know your own heart, make your intentions clear, and live and dwell in the vibration of divine love, in which a benevolent and loving Creator supports your choices for love. Dearest ones, judgment traps you in the vibrations of those you judge. Discernment frees you from their influence. In a world ready to judge, learning to discern can be a great relief. Learn to say, "This feels right to me," and welcome it into your life, or "This feels wrong to me," in which case we encourage you to move away from it or tune into what resonates with you. This might mean walking away or turning your back on what isn't right for you. It might mean remaining a silent observer and choosing not to empower negative behaviors by giving them attention. It might mean speaking with loving kindness in the face of something ugly. It might mean disconnecting from what drags you down and dims your joy, focusing instead on what makes you feel good. It might mean focusing on love so clearly that you help, support, or rehabilitate those who have been hurt, without getting lost in hatred towards those who hurt them. Do your utmost to honor the light within you, refusing to join those who have been tempted by hatred, fear, and condemnation. Because in doing so, You free yourself from the vibrations of hatred, fear, and condemnation, and from all those who would dwell in them. On your earth, there are, and always will be, people who commit unthinkable acts. Until humanity remembers its true nature, there will be those who hate and want to get rid of things and beings that reflect their disconnection. But you, dearest ones, can say to yourselves when you see something you don't like, this is a moment where I can choose to remain in my center of love and turn the other cheek, look away, or I can waver. I choose love. And at that moment, look for something that resembles love just a little bit more to focus on, because in doing so, you choose a life of love, a path of grace, and a vibration that will help elevate your planet Earth. God bless you. We love you so much. The Angels. A vision of the new Earth since the 1960s, there has been an acceleration of the great shift to higher consciousness. The most progressive part of humanity is pushing the boundaries of human consciousness into uncharted territory. As the shift progresses, intuition will continue to flourish, and people will begin to notice that their five senses have gained a new subtlety. The Earth will appear more beautiful than ever, rich with nuances of color and fragrances that have always been present yet never perceived before. The spirit of humanity will soon focus on peace and the hope of a new tomorrow, unfolding like the arrival of paradise on Earth. Tomorrow's humanity will develop in the direction of cooperation, not competition. People will treat each other as loved ones, as members of a family, because they will see the light shining in others and understand that we are all connected. What was once a burden will become a joy, as people commit to helping and supporting one another. The old way of thinking, focused primarily on material gain, will be outdated because people, being heart-led, will desire that everyone has all they need and everything that contributes to making life a joyful experience. On the technological front, energy will soon become clean and abundant. Once we learn to harness and convert the vital etheric energy flowing from the sun, etheric energy has been used for thousands of years in non-technological applications under the names Qi, Prana, and Universal Life Force. It is the primary energy of the sun, while denser electrical energy is a relatively minor secondary energy. Nikola Tesla, the inventor of modern alternating current power systems, experimented with etheric energy, recognizing it behaved very differently from basic electrical energy, and described it as cold electricity. Less than 200 years have passed since the discovery of the fundamental principles of electrical energy. When the principles of its elder sister, etheric energy, are mastered, doors will potentially open to a vast range of long-desired technologies. These could include abundant clean energy, gravitational shielding, magnetic propulsion for spacecraft, protective force fields, teleportation, and, because etheric energy is life energy, a vast array of advanced healing technologies. Eventually, every form of toxicity will be addressed and resolved. The thoughtless pollution from toxic chemicals and smoke from burning fuels will disappear. The toxicity of human suffering that pollutes the mental atmosphere we all share will disappear. The toxicity of fear and all its manifestations that disempower us will disappear. Love will be the way, and the way will be love. People will see God in others and welcome everyone's freedom to pursue their unique spiritual path. Rivalries between narrow-minded religious factions will disappear. The new vision of God's nature will be universal and all-inclusive. Humanity will build a world of great beauty in harmony with nature. Nature itself will be honored as a splendid expression of the Creator. People will give thanks for the awareness of Mother Earth that supports us, and for the awareness of the sun that continually nourishes us with life energy. Above all, people will thank the consciousness of the Creator for life itself and for the joy that communion with the Divine Spirit brings to our souls and our deepest sense of being. The ancients, supreme mind games. Do you see things as they are, where they are, or do you overlook many things and spend an excessive amount of time? How much time do you dedicate to trying to validate your pre-existing beliefs? Do you ask yourselves this? You see, life is meant to be discovered and acknowledged for what it offers. Many, however, do not see it this way, but interpret it mentally. It is stopping and reflecting that will make the difference. We share more. Discover your purpose. We don't believe you are seeking what your soul wants, and still, desired to know. The problem is that this thing has been forgotten and relegated to what the mind considers superfluous and a waste of time. You must become aware of everything happening in your life in order to regain control. But if you believe the mind is you, how can that ever happen? How can more exist if you have lost awareness of who you truly are? The mind and its mentality, it seems that past lives have also caused a connection, from then until now, in other ways. Become aware of everything that passes through your thoughts and your way of thinking. You must become aware of what exists so that you can make better choices and achieve better results. The golden button. Once upon a time, there was a golden button, put into operation and used in the past. Its potential was not fully utilized, and consequently, it was lost over time. We seek a way to recover this precious element because it was useful but was not used. Do you see how choices, one after another, gain momentum and scope? They grow until they manifest in different ways and allow different outcomes. We want you to understand this. We want you to know that this life will not produce what we need if you do not embrace different choices and make different decisions. Of this we are certain. Face this day with the awareness that what could otherwise be is taking shape. And because this hasn't happened, then in this way, less exists. Choose to see life as the opportunity it is. But without measured steps, nothing significant will go beyond this time and space. Consequently, there will be less. Observe life and know that your choices are significant. They are important. They are what will change the course of understandings and opportunities. See everything in this way. Know that small steps lead to larger steps. Act with your heart. Act now in love. Quan, the crystal cave, dearest ones, I am. Quan, I come with my dragon. I come with the fire of love, and I lead you now into the crystal cave. The crystal cave that sparkles with my pink pearls, that radiates the love, the peace, the oneness you desire. It has indeed come to my attention, and to the attention of all of us in the celestial realms, that you are calling out even more than usual. That you are in a state of nervousness about what will happen, about how to get through the days. Find the place of peace. Find the place of inner calm. Even when one decides it's unhealthy to follow what is considered the news, and many make this decision, one still feels the tension in the air, the threat of discord and war. And yes, in many places there have been ongoing wars, but we are in a time where war is more widespread. And so I invite you, dearest ones, to come with me, to board my dragon and ride together. Let us ride through the realms of love. Let us ride through the sacred passage that leads to the crystal cave. It is always available to you, always waiting for you. And when you enter, you feel the love shining, because the crystals have come to be part of your experience, to help you anchor, to remind you that you too possess crystalline energy within your sacred being. Settle in and simply be, as you feel the radiations, as you feel the joy, as you feel the love that your crystal brothers and sisters are bringing to you. There's no need to worry right now. There's no need to absorb the outer world right now, because the crystals are doing their work of love to purify you, to bring you their rain of peace, to bring you their rain of joy, to bring you their rain that all is well right now, reminding you to find the moments when all is well. Now you can return to the crystal cave anytime. You can simply set that intention. You can call on me. But now I leave you with the pink crystal. Know that it is within you. It resides in your heart, and you only need to think of it to be transported to the crystal cave. Farewell in peace. Farewell with compassion. Farewell with love.